Om Baba Sakar Murli, July 5th, 2018. Essence of the Baba's versions. Essence with children. Essence with children. Forget everything, including your bodies, and become complete beggars. Connect your intellects in yoga to the land of Shiva and the land of Vishnu. So Baba says, to have a renunciation of the world, we must be complete beggars. Otherwise, it is difficult to forget the world. So we have to forget our body, bodily relations, and bodily world. And then we are able to connect ourselves with the land of Shiva and land of Vishnu. That is, you can say our, our abode of peace, and that is, you can say heaven, golden age. Question: in which aspect do you children have to become generous-hearted like the Father? Answer: just as Baba becomes generous-hearted and takes everything worth straws from you and gave you the sovereignty of the world, in the same way, you too have to become generous-hearted. That is, the Baba has been said as a Lord of Innocent, Polanath. Why? Because he takes from us the straws of what? Of a value which has no value. Particularly, he takes us from bad habits and vices and gives us the sovereignty of the world. Open this godly university everywhere. If even there 3 or 4 people claim a good status, that is a great fortune. Become worthy and reveal the Satguru. Never ask anyone for money. Baba said never ask. First give the knowledge, share the knowledge, have some advantage in their life. And if they want to contribute, then it's okay. Otherwise, never ask for money. Song: do not forget the days of your childhood. Om Shanti. All of these songs are to entertain the children. Bab, Dada and Mama. There are 2 mamas. The Dadi means grandmother and the mother. This one, he is your grandmother as well. You are the daughters of Brahma and the granddaughters of Shiva. Mama is Saraswati, a daughter of Brahma and granddaughter of Shiva Baba. So Brahma Baba is the, you can say, the Dadi. Jagdamba has become an instrument to look after you children. Shiva Baba has many forms. He plays with you and entertains you a great deal. Festivities are for entertainment. When an engagement takes place, they celebrate with a lot of festivity. Then, before they get married, they both wear torn clothes. Oil is also applied on them. That custom is of this time. Baba Zaki also, we have to be a baker after finding or connecting with God Father. Otherwise, Baba says, connection with the Baba and with the new world is not possible. Baba explains to you children. What he explains? You have to become complete beggars. If you don't have anything, you will receive everything. Because if suppose I have something in my mind even, I have attachment. So Baba says, you don't have anything, you will receive everything. Nothing should remain, not even your body should remain. Baba said at the end, nothing will remain. This body, body relations, then body world, nothing will remain. Connect your intellects in yoga to the land of Shiva and the land of Vishnu. You should not be attracted to anyone else. Look how Baba entertains you. These are the many secrets of Baba. Look how much Meera too is praised. She threw away concern for society just for purity. She became so glorified, but she didn't even receive nectar. She just had love for Krishna. She thought she would go to the land of Krishna just as a wife sacrifices herself when her husband dies. That was why she renounced poison. It wasn't that Meera went to the land of Krishna by remembering him. At that time, there was no land of Krishna, so Mira cannot go. There was no land of Krishna then. It must be about 500 to 700 years since Mira existed. Mira existed about, what the Google says, around 1500. So it may be about 500 years. 500 some years. She was a very good devotee, and so she must have taken birth to a very good devotee. Because why she taken a birth to very good devotee? Because the sanskaras will be with her. So naturally, devotee goes, good devotee, so goes to the, you can say, take the birth, very good devotee. She has become so famous. She was Mira, a devotee. You become the true Miras of knowledge. That was the devotion. Here there is a knowledge. You have come here to become the sun and moon dynasty empresses. Although the uneducated first bow down to the educated, they will still become empress. If you forget your childhood and let go Baba's hand, you will never become an empress. So Baba says, never forget the study, never leave the Baba's hand, Baba's remember. You will receive an even lower status among the subjects, otherwise very low status. You will go to paradise, but you will receive a low status. Baba has explained that you should ask those who perform devotion. What we should ask? What do you want? Why do you worship Krishna? You must surely desire to go to his kingdom, but how can you go there? Many people say that they want peace. They want peace. However, there is peacelessness throughout the whole world. Baba says everybody wants peace here, but Baba says not possible. What would happen by just you yourself receiving peace? I can make you constantly happy for 21 months. Deities were constantly happy in just Bharat alone. Hello? I'm Shanti. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, I know. What do you want? Say, tell me. Who take? Who will take? So I will take or you will take? No, no, I told her that someone brother is coming, Dinesh Bhai. So I will ask him. Okay, okay, no problem. Okay, 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 okay. Oh, Shanti, thank you. Sorry for interruption. I can make you constantly happy for 21 months. Deities were constantly happy in just Bharat alone. So there was no peacelessness there. There was complete peace. That kingdom is now being established. Here it is the kingdom of Maya, and so you cannot receive peace. Here, peace is not possible because of Maya. There is a separate place for peace and separate place for happiness. For peace, it is the land beyond, and for happiness, it is the golden age. The land of happiness means everyone is happy. Not a single person remains unhappy where there sorry, not a single person even unhappy there, whereas not a single person in the land of sorrow remains happy. So here, no chance of happiness. Happiness is only temporary. As are the kings and queens of the subjects, all, whether kings, queens, or subjects, all are unhappy. Here, all are unhappy. In the land of happiness, even the animals are never unhappy. The land of peace, which is called the land of nirvana, is separate. They say Buddha went beyond to the land of Nirvana, but no one has gone there. If he did go there, what did he achieve before he went? All are unhappy here. They are all fighting. Burma and Ceylon belong to Buddhists. The Buddhists say that the Hindus should leave their land. They are unable to tolerate them. Baba also sees that there are now many religions and that this is why they are unable to tolerate anything. Because of many religions, there is a problems. Therefore, they immediately get rid of everyone. In the golden age, there is just the one religion. You children have all of this knowledge in your intellects. You should take the pictures with you and go and do service for those in the stage of retirement. Go to the retirement houses. You should push your way into the temples and have a chit chat with them. A Shiva Lingam is shown in front of Shankar. Therefore, he must definitely be greater than Shankar. If Shankar is a form of God, what is the need to place a Shiva Lingam in front of him? All of that has been spread by the sannyasis. They call themselves those who have knowledge of the Brahma element and the fire elements. They don't even know about Shiva. The Brahma element is the place of residence. Those people don't even consider the Brahma element and the element to be one and the same. Achha. If they are those who have knowledge of the Brahma element or knowledge of the elements, why do they call themselves Shiva? They believe Shiva and the Brahma element to be one. If there is the just one, why are three separate names given? Shiva is worshipped in the form of lingam, oval shape. In what form have they shown the worship of Brahma element, that is the element of light? That is the place of residence. People are very confused. You children now have to become clever. Among the sannyasis, those who originally belong to the deity religion would emerge and quickly take this knowledge. Those who have been converted to other religions 3 or 4 births earlier will not emerge as quickly. Those who converted to sannyasis just before 1 or 2 births, they will emerge. Those who have recently been converted will emerge quickly. Baba has that attraction means pull. The Baba will pull everybody, not any other soul. Souls are the needle and the Baba is the magnet. Needles have now become rusty. How can a rusty needle go up above? Rusty objects are deep in kerosene. Baba removes everyone's rust with the nectar of knowledge. Then we will become real gold. So how to become a real gold? That all the rust of vices and bad habits will be removed from soul and it will become a real gold. You are now changing from lords of stone to the lords of divinity. Bharat was the land of divinity. Look how expensive gold has now become. It will then become very cheap there. In golden age, very cheap. This Bharat has now become the land of stone and it will then become the land of divinity. This cycle continues to turn in our intellects. Only when the cycle turns in your intellects throughout the day will you become kings and queens who are rulers of the globe. If for the whole day, if are remembering Baba and cycle, then it is sure you will become kings and queens. No one in the world knows these things. You know that those who rule in the golden age take 84 births, and that those who come in the silver age surely take fewer births. There is such a vast difference between 84 births and 8.4 million births that people have portrayed. In the scriptures, they indicated 8.4 million births. Baba said it's not possible. See how Baba gave a logic. In that case, for you take that many births, the cycle would also have to be just as long. So they have told millions of years. But Baba says cycle is not that much long. All of those things are lies. You should always first of all place the picture in front of them. You must never ask for money for it. Your duty is to give to them. Whatever they want to give, they will give that by themselves. If anyone asks you to the cost of it, tell them that Baba is the Lord of poor and that is free for the poor. But however much money a wealthy person gives, we can then print many more pictures with that money. So Baba says, give the direction, like don't ask the money. If somebody is giving the money from the poor people, if wealthy person gives the money, then you can print the another ones. We don't use the money given to us for ourselves. Whatever we receive is used to save others, to serve others. It is the wealthy people who will build dharamshalas, etc. Yes, the poor can also build them. There is no expense in that. Dharamshala Baba says here, centers for Gita Pathshala. Similarly, the mothers of the village Kakod say that they want to open a center. The Baba said Dharamshala means center. If even 3 or 4 people claim a good status from such a godly university, it is their great fortune. You have to be generous hearted in this. Look how generous hearted Baba is. See how generous hearted Bholanath. He takes everything worth straws from you and gives you the sovereignty. Only worthy children can do Baba's service. So Baba takes everything worth straw from us. That is, you can say, we donate Baba what we give. You can say, unnecessary pie, wrong coins. That is coins of lust, anger, attachment, greed, and ego. So Baba says, and he gives in return, you can say, future golden age. So only worthy children can do Baba's service. What would unworthy ones do? The father does not give the inheritance to unworthy ones. Only inheritance goes to those who are worthy one. Means who follow Srimad. You have to reveal the Satguru. If you become lustful or angry, it means you have defamed the Satguru and you won't be able to receive status. A lot of care has to be taken. You have to explain to people of all religions. Also explain to the Muslims, you pray to Khuda, means God, and so definitely his devotees. So where is Khuda? Khuda also can give you the knowledge of the Creator and creation. He resides in the land of peace. By remembering him, you can claim the inheritance of peace. By claiming your inheritance, your sins will be absolved and you will then go to Khuda. This knowledge is for those of all religions. This is something completely new. Your boat goes across with knowledge and you don't need to go anywhere else. Therefore, sweet children, you are now going to heaven and so you definitely need to become pure. Look, there isn't purity in Bharat and so they continue to stumble around. There is so much chaos. Whatever Gandhiji taught before he departed, people are following him in that. When the road sweepers, laborers and drivers, etc. go on strike, they cause so many problems for the government. The government asks them very clearly, how can we cover the expense for so many? People then reply, you enjoy yourself very much and just continue to accumulate wealth. What crime we committed? We need a wage. See how it was going on nowadays in the world, everywhere. When they go on strike, their work comes to a halt. All of this has to be happen. Because everything will happen in this iron age. Sometimes you won't be able to get vegetables or grain or even milk. There is conflict everywhere. After all of this chaos, there will be peace. Now the peace will be after chaos only. Arjuna was granted a vision of destruction and of the land of Vishnu. You too are now having those visions. Look, you are such beloved children. You have come and met Baba at the end of your many births, and so claim your full fortune. There was a lot of heavy rainfall outside at that time when Baba was speaking Murli. Look, there has been a lot of rain of Baba's knowledge, and there also been a lot of physical rain. People create sacrificial fires for rain and also for peace, but only the one God is peaceful. People are creating sacrificial fire for so many things like rain, peace, etc. But Baba said God can only give peace. Establish the world of peace, otherwise not possible. Only when he comes can he give knowledge for peace. He is the one who gives knowledge. Good children are called tolput, means sweet children. Sweet toli is given. That is physical sweet, whereas this is the spiritual sweet, and that the spiritual father gives you. It is a high destination to remain soul conscious. It is a high destination. Effort is required for that. Baba says, be soul conscious for 8 hours. How many hours? 8 hours. Then you can go also do your work for your own livelihood. If you stay awake at night, you will be able to have very good yoga. This is an income. O children who are conquerors of sleep, remember me in every breath. Chant the ocean of knowledge. The more you stay in yoga day and night, the more your sins will be absolved. The more you chant knowledge, the more income you will earn. However, there is also a lot of service to be done. If you ask Baba, Baba would say, you must just sit here, have a rest. There is no need to ask about this. So Baba said, when you go to the service, no need asking for Baba. Was Baba concerned about what people or society would say? Brahma Baba. Oh, but you are receiving the sovereignty. However, each one does have his own part to play. Then you can ask Baba. Each one has to ask for advice because each one's karmic bondages are different. If you have money, use it in a worthwhile way for spiritual service. So more money, use for service. You children have to become Mahaveers. It is remembered, mine is one Shiv Baba and none other. He is the father of everyone. Shiv Baba says, I have come to take everyone back. The father says, not a single human being in this world is Trikaldarshi or atheist. All are atheists, they don't know the Father. Why atheists? Because they don't know the Father God. However, there are many with occult powers. Maya too is no less. You have to conquer this Maya. This is why you should always wear your armor. Armor means man mana bhav, means consider ourselves as the soul, remember Baba and Supreme Abode. Remember Shiv Baba and become soul conscious. Only once in this final birth do you become soul conscious. Then from the golden age to the iron age, no one will give you teaching to become soul conscious. It is only at this time that you have to become soul conscious because you now have to share your bodies and come to me. Also soul conscious because we are going to the land beyond. Why should deities become soul conscious? They don't have to return home. Means deities, they are not becoming, they are already soul conscious. You receive this knowledge at this time. You came bodiless and you then adopted bodies and played your parts, and you now have to share your bodies and return home. You have to make your stage firm and conquer Maya. You have to live at home with your family. So not like sannyasis. When swans and storks live together, there are obstacles. So some gyanis and some people who don't know knowledge live together, some obstacles will be there. A great many assaults from devils have to be tolerated. While sitting at home, you have to make the firm promise, Baba, no matter what happens, I will definitely claim my inheritance from you. Some experience so much beating. According to the drama, those parts were also enacted in the previous cycle. Those who tolerate a lot of beating have great fortune. At least you have still come and met Baba. Therefore, your reward is created. Yes, it does require effort to change from devils to deities. It does require efforts. For as long as you live, continue to drink the nectar of knowledge. Baba continues to explain new things. He continues to show you methods. This is called churning the ocean of knowledge. You should use the churning stick for the intellect. You should use the churning stick of the intellect, not of mind, of intellect. Remember Shiv Baba at night before going to sleep. If you are interested in doing service, you won't be able to sleep. You will continue to have thoughts about it. What should I explain about this point? You have to grind the knowledge very well into you, churning of knowledge. Only when you rub knowledge, only when you rub knowledge will you become worthy of claiming the tilak of sovereignty that is sandalwood best. You should follow the clever children. The income is huge. At that time, Brahma Baba was also making the effort. Now it's complete, so we should follow mother and father. Those who have hundreds of thousands and millions will all be destroyed. In just a short time, see what will happen. So Baba wants us to make more and more effort. People will then awaken. Rehearsal for war will continue to take place. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children's love, remembrance, good morning, and says namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for dana number 1. Don't be attracted to anything. Attraction means attachment, so no attraction. Remain soul conscious. Always wear the armor of remembrance. Without armor, you will be lost. Number 2, conquer sleep and remember the Father in every breath. Churn knowledge and accumulate an income. Use the churning stick of intellect. Blessing. May you be filled with all attainments and always remain free from having to work hard in your Brahmin life. Explanation. In this Brahmin life, you become complete with 3 relationships of the bestower of fortune, and the bestower of blessing, so that you stay in spiritual pleasure without having to make any effort. Remember the Father in form of the bestower, and you will have the intoxication of having spiritual rights. Remember him in the form of the teacher, and you will have the intoxication of the fortune of being godly student. The Sadguru is making you move along with blessing at every moment. The elevated directions for everything you do are blessing from bestower of blessings. Remain filled with all attainments and you will become free from having to work hard. Slogan: lightness and subtlety of the intellect form is the most beautiful personality. So we must be light and we must have a subtle intellect. Om Shanti.